Hi, it's Scott, ROCKFILE, back with another podcast review. Going to talk about the 2021 Canadian psychological thriller film, The Righteous. I was really looking forward to this one, and it did not disappoint. Written, directed, produced by Mark O'Neill. He also stars in the movie. You saw him in Ready or Not. Remember that film? He was the fiancé. Kind of a good guy for most of the movie. Anyway, he wrote and directed this. It was his idea. They filmed it in black and white. Henry Czerny is the big star that's in it, and he was also in Ready or Not. And he plays an ex-priest who wants to go back to his countryside home, this isolated home in Newfoundland, because, well, he and his wife just lost their daughter. And that's how the movie starts. He's asking for penance. He's talking to God. And the movie is incredibly well filmed in black and white. The cinematographer had never really done much in black and white other than some music videos. And it turned out spectacularly. It looks like $1 million on film. Picked up the Arrow limited edition Blu-ray. There's some great extras on it. Man, Arrow knocks it out of the park. Interviews with the director, star, the people who did the special effects, the cinematographer. Then there is an hour and 15-minute extra where he sits down with the writers and directors of Ready or Not. And the four of them have a conversation about this movie, other movies, movies they're making, movies they love. It almost runs as long as the film. There's also some online things with him. When the movie came out, Fright Fest and things like that had him on, interviewed him. Those are all available on the Blu-ray plus the movie. Movie's 97 minutes, and it's not really a slow burn, but it's not really a fast-paced film either. It's some great acting with hints of possible supernatural horror-type stuff coming, and you're really not entirely sure until the last few minutes. Then a few things happen, and then it's got what I consider to be a pretty fantastic ending. And in one of those endings, it's like a what? And you kind of have to rewind it and then think about it and rewind it again, that kind of ending. I really liked it. So the priest and his wife are living in this old farmhouse kind of thing, and this stranger shows up, and at first they don't know what to think. They also, another actor in the film is Kate Corbett. She plays the biological mother of the daughter who passed away. She gave her up for adoption, and the former priest and his wife adopted the daughter. She passed away before the movie starts, and we really don't know a whole lot about that. It's just kind of unusual that the biological mom comes over to have conversations with the adoptive parents about the child who's just passed in the service and things like that. It's an uncomfortable sitting around the dining room table kind of conversation. And a lot of this movie is uncomfortable conversations about religion and family and a lot of other things I can't get into because we'd get into spoiler territory. Movies like this can sometimes turn into a bit of a slog if it's not well acted and well put together. But Mark O'Brien obviously had this in his head for a while, and what could have been a very simply told story gets complex, and the black and white helps, and by the end of it, I had myself asking some questions. I was pretty impressed with the ending. Don't know what else to say about the film. It looks great on Blu-ray. It did not get a 4K release that I'm aware of. And this version available on Arrow is going for about $20 right now, which is a great deal. Most Arrow special editions, even on Blu-ray, go for $25 or higher. So I was able to pick it up, enjoyed it. The extras are great. There's a book of essays in it. There's reversible artwork and a nice slipcover. All in all, it's a really interesting flick. Great performances, and some plot twists you don't see coming. It doesn't totally get into horror territory until the last few minutes. There aren't a whole bunch of killings or Halloween, Friday the 13th type things in here. It's not really that kind of movie. Matter of fact, you'd be going along through most of the movie wondering why it's even considered a horror movie. But wait till you get towards the end of the film. Probably have to do a spoiler podcast down the road, but in the meantime, seek out The Righteous. It's available on Blu-ray and a few streaming services. It won some awards at some of those science fiction and horror film festivals, including directing, cinematography, and screenplay. It does have a pretty intelligent screenplay. It's got great cinematography, really good effects. Everything comes out in the end to be a quality first film from Mark O'Brien, a guy I knew as an actor. Now he's a writer-director. I hope he does more, because this is a pretty interesting film with a singular vision. The Righteous from Arrow Video. It's streaming in the United States, the UK. US is handled by Vortex Media, whatever that is. Arrow Films in Europe for distribution. Check out The Righteous. It's pretty good. Came out in 2021. Scott, I'm ROCKFILE. More podcasts are on the way. Can't wait to tell you about The Cell. The new Arrow 4K edition is amazing. We'll talk about it next on ROCKFILE's podcast.